So the next thing we're going to do in basic sewing is we're going to sew, this is like a sweatshirt type material. So again, this is a knitted type fabric. It's going to have more stretch to it than a woven fabric will. And I'm going to sew a cuff onto a sleeve, or pretend that that's what we're doing. Okay, so I'm going to take it apart for buttonhole sewing. So the first thing I want to do is lift up this metal bar here, just push it all the way up, and then I'm going to take the foot off by pushing it forward, and I'm going to select my fabric. So this is a sweatshirt weight. I would say a medium weight stretch material, and so that's going to be lightweight is D, medium weight stretch is E, so we're going to select E, and then I'm going to select a seam and overcast, which is technique number 3. Okay, so again, the screen has changed. It's suggesting this time a 90 stretch needle. Again, I'm not going to change it, but I recommend that you do. It's changed our tension for us. The presser foot pressure has to change again. So I'm going to turn this around so I can see the number 1 is up here. I'm going to turn the knob up to the number 1. Turn it back. We're in sewing mode. We've selected fabric E and stitch technique 3. It's telling me that I need to use the B foot, so I'm going to grab the B foot again and put that on and just line up the bar and push it in. Take my thread, pull it through the foot and to the back. Okay, and it's already set my tension and stitch width for me, and this we're just all ready to go. So what I'm going to do is start stitching this, and I still have my needle down activated, and I'm going to keep it that way. And I'm going to line this fabric up right about with the edge of the fabric, right about with that middle line on the B foot. Put my foot down and get it started. Let it do its tack down and fix, and sew a few stitches. And then I'm going to stretch my ribbing out so that I can make it fit across this piece of fabric here. And the nice thing, again, about having the needle, having it stop with the needle down is when it stops, I know it's going to hold my fabric, and I can readjust as I go along. If you like, you can always pin these things, but I try to save a little time and not do that. Now I've kind of drifted a little far over, so I'm going to go back to where it's right about with that middle line of that foot. I need to adjust just a little bit more here again. And I'm going to stitch all the way off the edge. And again, you can do that without creating problems because it's a drop-in bobbin. Cut my fabric, and that's what my seam looks like. And when I turn it up, look at that. It's got a beautiful seam. You know it's going to be nice and secure. That's about as close as you can get to as the type of stitch that a serger does without having a serger. The other thing this machine will do, I'm not going to show you how to do it today, but it will, you can sew with a twin needle on this. And so what I like to do to finish this off and make it look nice is put my twin needle in with a straight stitch, just stitch along each side of that seam, and it just tacks it down really nicely and makes it look very professional.